What is up, everyone? How's it going today? It's the Nerd Informer checking in again. It's been a while. We always say we're not going to do that, but it always ends up happening that way.
I was ready. I don't know what you were doing.
Man, last time I'm like, dude, I'm totally down for this podcast. I'm like, where's Ian? I'll hit you up right after I'm done watching it. 3 hours later, I'm like, he's not hitting me up after he watches it. I'm like, all right.
I was waiting for you, bro.
There's a few hiccups.
I was waiting for you to text me and nothing, bro. Nothing.
Oh, I just thought you wanted your privacy while watching Hawkeye. And I'm like, he's like, I'll hit you up when
probably
I'm done.
fell asleep or
the sad part is I was at my computer for 3 hours.
Had to help your wife make some shirts or something.
I was sitting there at my computer,
just crying with tears running down your face.
Pretty much. Pam's like, he's not showing up tonight again, right? I'm like, no.
Lonely.
Yep. That's how it goes.
Oh well, I was on vacation, bro. What do you want me to do?
Why? What do you need? I have questions. Okay. We were both busy. Vacations.
Did a little California trip, a little Vegas trip.
Washington, D.C. again.
That was cool.
There was a lot going on in the past couple of weeks.
I took the longest flight of my life. I flew from Charlotte, North Carolina to Vegas. That was just, I wanted to jump out of the plane.
How many hours was that? 5 hours?
Almost like 4:40. I wanted to jump out of the plane. It was absolutely horrible.
I could imagine. Did you have to get off that flight when you got to North Carolina? Was it a connecting flight? Or
yeah, because I flew from here to Charlotte and then from Charlotte to Vegas.
Same plane or no?
No.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
It's not bad when you don't have to leave the plane, but
not only did I have to get off the plane, but I had to change, like, for whatever reason, most airlines use like one terminal, you know what I mean? Like United will use terminal A, and they went from like A to D. I'm like, how does this? So I landed in A. I had to make it all the way to D. It was that
happened to me in Chicago.
In like 48 minutes.
Chicago, like in O'Hare, that shit happens, man, and you can miss your flight.
Oh, dude,
walking.
Chicago's huge too.
Yeah, and like you're talking about like the biggest airport in the fucking world.
Yeah, it's crazy long.
It definitely sucks when you have a connecting flight there.
I like flying. I like the whole idea of flying and like being at the airport and traveling. But man, some of the people that get on these planes, I always gauge whether or not my plane's going to crash by the people that are getting on my plane. Like I always look for, I can totally see
this group going down.
I always wait for like little kids to get on. I'm like, all right, well, we're not going to take them out. So I think I'm safe. A flight of anybody going to Vegas, you do not want to know anybody on that plane. I'm telling you, it's
not a good flight.
It's like a plane going to prison.
Yeah. I can imagine.
And every time you leave Vegas, you're like, oh man, one of these.
You're probably looking at them scumbag. They're looking at you, piece of shit. So it goes hand in hand.
The last time I flew, not this past couple of weeks, but the time before, I think it was the time before that. The last time I went to California.
Yeah.
There was a Asian family. There was 6 or 7 of them, and they were all on my plane. And I was sitting beside an older lady. She was like across the aisle from me, and the family was kind of spread out over the next 2 or 3 aisles or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So they're all kind of together, but not really. This lady has a weird bag that she carries on with her. I'm like, okay, whatever.
The old lady that you're next to?
Yes. She pulled halfway. The plane takes off. We get up to cruising altitude. They turn the light off for your seatbelt. She pulls out this bag of like baked food. Like, I mean, fully cooked.
Oh, like,
the foil trays. She pulls out paper plates. She's feeding the whole family on this plane, dude.
Oh my God.
She's got like some weird Chinese food. She's got some weird, I don't even know what, lasagna and shit. Like, she's just straight home cooking.
I would have asked for some, but now I'm hungry.
And I'm sitting right beside her. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Oh God.
We're over here getting maybe our free bag of pretzels if they offer the snacks.
I'm getting my cookies, and the first flight to Charlotte was so bumpy. They didn't even do like the cart because it wasn't safe for the stewardesses to be up. I'm like, well, this isn't good.
On the flight to Washington last week, whatchamacallit, they didn't even offer us snacks. They're like, oh yeah, you're gonna have to buy the snacks. I'm like, what? Like, not even a cookie?
That flight's not bad because it's only like 2 hours.
Yeah,
like, I could do that flight all
right
day.
around there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I watched 2 movies on the way there and on the way back. On the way there, they're like, yeah, we're not giving you guys snacks, just so you know. You're gonna have to pay if you want something. I'm like,
you should have protested and started flipping out. And
I
want my cookies.
But on the way back, they're like, yeah, everything's free. I'm like, what? Like the other flight, I think the other flight just didn't want us to have food because like everyone's like, well, I'm not paying that $1.50. Like I would minded, but
they saw you sitting there like, nah, you can skip a snack.
Yeah, probably. But there's people on there that were pretty mad that they didn't get their food. Like even
all they give you is like a drink and I think those cookies are amazing though.
On the way back, people were getting
Scotty cookies or whatever.
I didn't get them. Yeah, I just had a water, but other than that, it was a great fucking flight and great trip.
We went up to Big Bear, man. Big Bear. If you ever been there, it's fucking amazing, dude. It's a little tiny town, like up in the mountains, and the town is like every Hallmark movie you've ever seen, man. It's all mom and pop stores.
It'd be funny if they were actually filming there for a Hallmark movie.
Yeah, they're filming usually every other week. It's like Cracktown or something. But I mean, all the trees, the streets are lined with Christmas trees and lighting and all kinds of decorations. I mean, it was really cool. The day we were leaving, they had a snowstorm. I'm like, "Ooh, we got to go."
Oh yeah,
together now.
Sucks to get a snowstorm up there.
Yeah, but it was cool. We did Vegas for a couple of days. That's always cool. They had a monster rodeo in Vegas. So
I remember you saying that. Yeah.
So I stayed at the Golden Nugget. I'm on the 14th floor and I look out my window and there's nothing but horse trailers. I'm like, well, that's kind of weird. So
like
I look
in the
over
street you're talking about?
Yeah, like in the parking area.
Oh, okay.
So I look to the left and there's like a little dirt patch. I'm like, what the hell? So we go downtown. I was there by myself the first 2 nights. So I walk down the Fremont Street. There's people walking horses down Fremont Street. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? So
did you pet any of them?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, the horses just shitting everywhere. Just like I'm like, what the hell? That turns out it's some monster rodeo that was there in town for like, I think it's there for like 3 weeks or a month.
People just don't sleep.
Yeah, man, it was crazy.
That'd have been fun though. Sucks you didn't get to do the Zach Bagans fucking fucking museum. That's a main priority. And if I go there, that is like I'm going to have tickets. Oh, we'll make it a weekend.
Yeah, we gotta do a weekend and get out there and do that.
We're gonna have to.
The pawn shop's always cool.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to do that as well. I need to see the Zach Bagans fucking museum. I need to see it for myself.
There's actually a lot of museums out there. I didn't realize they have a museum, the Clark County Museum, and it's basically like.
Is that considered Clark County in Vegas?
Yeah, Vegas is Clark County.
Okay,
and it's like 30 acres of just old school, like they got trains and kind of like old Western like vibe, you know what I mean? Like old shack
desert side,
and
kind of like has that feeling to it.
It's really cool. We didn't have time to do it, but it was really cool. I'm gonna make a day and do that whenever we get out there.
Dude, we have to plan it. Yeah, we can plan it for pretty much for any weekend for mine. I mean, you just have to take off a Monday.
Yeah. And there's a like classic car museum out there. There's a Ford museum out there actually that does nothing but Fords, and they have a bunch of like GT40s and.
Well, that'd be fucking cool.
So that was pretty cool. I didn't get to do it this time because of COVID, man. I was going to go to the football game out there, but you had to get in. You had to have your COVID shot, and
it's getting serious again because I just walked into the Wawa over here, and the guy's like wearing a mask. I'm like, the worker. I'm like, you have to wear a mask again? He's like, oh yeah, it's mandatory again. I'm like, what?
Yeah,
like, the new one isn't even a thing.
They've been wearing masks like whenever I go into a store around here.
Yeah.
I tell you what, you go to Big Bear, there wasn't a mask to be found. I mean, there wasn't a mask sign. Like COVID didn't even exist, dude.
Because I wonder if it's is it the temperature or is it just? I mean,
I don't know. Just different mentality. You think Southern California,
Yeah,
but you go anywhere else in California and it's on lockdown, man. Like you can't breathe without a COVID shot. You have to wear a hazmat suit to go get your mail. I mean, it's bad.
I talked to my brother that lives in Chicago area, and it's just the same thing. They're still inside. Like, what? I'm like, we barely even fucking stayed inside. I mean, just go to bed.
Crazy, man.
Like they're having like like it's more serious, but they're pushing it more there. I guess it's maybe because it's the city. But,
yeah, I mean, I'm sure that's what it is.
But still, at the same time, it's like, how long are you gonna live inside?
Yeah, at some point you're gonna have to take the risk and see the sun again.
Exactly. But I mean, oh god.
And he's a younger dude. Like it's not like he's he's 70 years
old. You're
old.
older than I am.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's everybody views it differently, I guess, but I'd rather go outside. I'll roll the dice.
I got my COVID shot. I'm all right. That's about
it.
That's all I'm gonna say. There's nothing to it. I just did it because I did it, and that was it.
You know what? Like,
I will never get another shot again, though. I can tell you that.
I would,
unless
It's not even that I'm against it. It's and I may have to end up getting it just to travel because this traveling thing is stupid.
That's one thing I'm happy.
You still have to wear a mask. You still have to wear a mask for everything. But I want to go on a cruise and stuff. And if you don't have it on the cruise, like you can get on the cruise ship, I guess, but you can't go on certain parts of the ship, and you can't because I know a guy I work with was telling me about it, and like you don't have to have your COVID shot, but you have to have a negative test, which is okay, I get it. And then there's certain parts of the ship that you can't go on into. Like I don't think you can go into the casino, you can't go in,
so you can't have any fun,
the spa and shit like that.
You're gonna go to your room in the pool, and
about it, and the buffet.
That's why. Which is where I'm at. Any fucking different getting it? I mean, I felt sick as shit on the second day of my second shot for one day.
Yeah, that's what they say. But now they're talking about like they're making a pill for it. And
there's the booster shot, which I contemplating on getting. But I
don't know. I was reading an article that they're going to make it basically like an endemic where it's just every year you get a COVID shot.
Yeah.
Like it's basically going to be like a flu shot. Like it's not going away. It's here to stay.
Yep.
You can, deal with it however you want. But
I never get sick in general as a person. I've always had a good immune system, and I don't really see how I don't need to further it anymore, I should say. I mean,
well, they don't know how long it lasts. I mean, I think that's the whole point of like
we're all the test subjects.
Well, exactly. I mean, we're all the lab rats right now. So
I
don't know.
But other than those fun topics,
I just want to travel.
I fucking love it. My dogs will not shut up. I can hear them, and I hate them.
You should.
I hate them.
Great. Here comes PETA. Here we go.
I do not like my dogs. I did not want those dogs.
Well, you've got 12.
I like dogs. I just don't like my dogs. I look at them, and I'm disappointed. That's about it.
Angry. I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed.
I'm disappointed. Their brain is about the size of a pea. That's about it. I mean, I can't look at him like, now that's a dog.
They all share one IQ.
That is, I look at it, that is a rat, and I can't stand them. I try to like them, and I try to go up to them like, you guys are good dogs. In my head, I'm like, I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. That's how it's always been. It's been 5 years now. There's just no liking. I've tried. I mean, there's that one moment I'm like, all right, you know what? This might be a thing. I'm like, nope. Get them fuck away from me.
11 minutes later, I want to kill them all.
Yep.
Oh God. Well, PETA just boycotted us, so we can go with that.
I have nothing against the dogs. They're just my dogs. I wish they never existed.
I have nothing against dogs. I just hate them.
I like my cats. I like cats over dogs any day. Any day. Cats keep themselves. They're clean. Good animals, unless you get like a bastard cat that likes to attack everything, but mine does not. Mine chill.
I had a cat when I was little. Her name was Sugar. She was a Persian cat, white with one blue eye, one green eye.
Yeah.
And I mean, the only way we knew this cat was still alive was her food would disappear from time to time. That was it. I mean, you wouldn't see this cat for weeks, dude. Like, I don't know if it had a special place it hid. But I mean, you wouldn't see this cat for weeks. Like you would just check its food once in a while. And if you didn't see it move in a day, you're like, I wonder if it's dead. Like, it didn't go outside. Like it stayed in the house.
Okay, I was wondering if it was an outdoor cat. Maybe you could get away with finding other food or rats.
She would never go outside. But man, she would hide. She was like the hide and seek champion of the world, man. She was like Bigfoot. You couldn't find that motherfucker. You couldn't find her.
Just fucking gone.
Just gone.
Oh man.
We were on vacation. We wanted to do the dunes out in Arizona. They got these dunes that you like do stargazing or whatever out of.
Yeah.
It was so fucking cold, man. It was like 18 degrees that night and rainy the next day. I'm like, there's no goddamn way I'm doing that because there ain't nothing out there other than that. So if it's raining, you're either in the rain or you're sitting inside doing nothing with no internet or TV because it ain't glamping, bro. There ain't nothing out there.
Yep.
It'd be really cool to do, and probably in like the summertime would be the ideal way to do it, or or an early like spring or fall to where it's not 190 degrees out in the desert.
Definitely spring, and I'd say spring, summer. I mean,
yeah,
fall would be pretty cool, but it'd be probably pretty chilly at night. I mean,
maybe,
but it'd be a good fucking time.
Did
they at least let you guys, like, if you wanted to have a campfire, you could start one?
Yeah. They have fire pits and stuff outside. Okay. But I mean, that's literally all there is there.
Yeah, there's nothing else. Yeah, you really got to enjoy that time.
Yeah. And I had like I think I had 2 nights booked there. And I'm like, I know we wouldn't have made it more than one night. We would have. So we ended up going back into Vegas, and
I would have done the same thing. I mean,
that was cool.
It
was a 6-hour drive from where we were at too. So I'm like,
to be let down
do I want to drive for 6 hours to be let down? Like, I don't know.
I probably would have done it only because I like that kind of stuff. But
and then I got the tickets for the Zach Baggins Museum, and I'm like, oh well, that's fucking perfect. And then of course that whole thing took a shit on me.
Yeah.
So
that sucks, dude. Because that would have been that right there would have made the whole trip.
Yes.
And to me, that's something that you have to experience because it's so fucking creepy, and people.
You gotta like sign waivers, and like you're gonna be possessed if you go home. Like, don't sue us. Like, it's not my fault.
You're not supposed to touch those things. You know what I mean? You can bring an entity home.
Some demon just follows you home, and like you got to sign all kind of waivers and stuff. I'm like, oh man. So we didn't get a chance to do that.
I need to do that. Like that is a bucket list that I want to complete in like the next 6 months.
Yeah,
like not a year. I need 6 months. I want to go out there for the weekend.
Yes.
And fucking just go.
Vegas is one of those places to where you got about 3 solid days of having a good time.
Kind of like DC.
And unless you're yes, exactly. And unless you're super rich and super into gambling, or you're on a hell of a run, it gets kind of old quick.
Yeah.
So unless you're either into gambling or hookers and blow, you're
I always think like 3 days would be perfect for a fucking vacation, dude.
Yeah,
fucking one day to settle in, go have fun.
I'm always that long weekend guy. Like this is the longest vacation I have ever taken in my life.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So I think we were gone for 10 days.
I think the only forced like long vacations I have are cruises, and it's like, you know what I mean. As in, I know it's going to be that long, but
yes,
you're stuck there, so you can't just call it a weekend.
I'm taking a lifeboat,
dude. But I want to go on another fucking cruise.
I want to go
Nassau or fucking Cayman Islands, man.
Yeah,
somewhere.
Yeah, I went to Mexico and it was cool. We did Grand Cayman and
I had a sketchy time out there.
Really? Yeah.
I went on mopeds, and they're like, yeah, just it's an island, go have fun. I'm like, dude, I'm on these back roads that are like gravel, and there is nothing out there, dude. If I break down, I'm gonna be either cartel.
Oh my god!
Or eaten by something. Because there is no one out there to help you, and I didn't know that taking it. Like, oh, here's where you're going. We're going to Mayan ruin, and we're going. And like I've been to a couple of them, but this one was like out in the fucking middle of nowhere. Like, dude, I'm traveling like this. I'm like a mile into the woods. I'm like, dude, there's like sketchy fucking. It's sketchy. But when I got there, it was pretty fucking cool.
It was me and my buddy, my girlfriend at the time, and his girlfriend. We went to Nassau. We rented scooters. My girlfriend was with me. His girlfriend was with him. And if you're on Nassau, you can't go all the way around the island. You can go halfway, and then you got to turn back around and go the other way to go the other half of the island because whatever reason the roads don't connect in the back.
Yeah.
In the back of the island.
Are you talking about by the hotels?
No.
Casinos
on a complete backside of the island. Like you start there where the casinos are and you go around. So we get all the way to the other side and my buddy's scooter breaks down and it just starts it's like locks up. I'm like, oh shit, dude. Like we're a long way.
You're fucked at that point.
Yes, we're a long way away from anywhere. And so you can't get a phone signal. I'm looking at my phone. I'm like, well, what the fuck are you gonna do? and we got to be back on a boat by 5:00, and it's like, I don't know, 12:30, and I know it's at least a 4-hour walk back. Like, there's no way you can. So we finally got like a signal on my girlfriend's phone at the time, and like I heard a beep. I'm like, is that a phone signal? She's like, oh yeah. I'm like, don't fucking move. So I called the place, and they sent out 2 guys on 2 scooters, or 2 guys came out on 1 scooter. And
fucking pick one up, throw one, and fucking.
They came on 2. Each came on a separate scooter. They brought my buddy another scooter. One guy sat on the running scooter. One guy sat on the non-running scooter. And the guy with the non-running scooters, the guy with the running scooter, put his foot in the back and pushed the scooter the whole way back around the island. And me and my buddy just kept going. Dude, it was so sketchy, man.
Those are fun moments, though. Like the sketchiness. Like,
yes,
I've been multiple times. I've been to Mexico where it's like, holy shit, this is so sketchy, but I'm living. I am alive. You know what I mean? I would not do this back in the US.
I got a really good friend, man, and whenever we go somewhere, we always end up in like some back alley somewhere, or somewhere where, like, I don't know, people shouldn't be. Yeah. And we don't plan on it. It just happens. So I'm in New York City one time, and I was waiting for my daughter to fly in, and I called him, and somehow I wound up like taking a wrong turn or something, and ended up down this back alley. And I just called him. I'm like, dude, I'm in the middle of a back alley in the middle of New York City. This is my first time there. I've never been there before. I'm like, this is so something that happens to you and me. So if I get murdered, just know this is your fault. Like, that's just what happens, dude. Every time. End up in sketchy areas.
See, I've never been in New York City. I still want to go.
You need to take the train from DC.
I wanted to so bad. We went in, and it's the Grand Central Station, and
it's like a 4-hour train ride, I think.
It's like $200 for the train, or $150, I think.
Something like that. Yeah,
it's not bad.
But if you're gonna go to DC for like a day or two, and then carve out a day or two for New York City, that's perfect. Man. Just take the train in.
Yep.
Right. Take the train right in. It drops you right off in the middle of,
that's when you'd have to get there like Thursday night, and then Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday, Monday, fly out of fucking.
You could probably do DC like Friday, fly on Thursday, do DC Friday.
Yeah.
And either Friday night or Saturday morning, take the train into New York City. Do New York Saturday during the day and Sunday, and then either fly out of New York.
That's what I would do. It's cheaper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like 2 days there, jump on a train, go up to New York, fly out of New York, and fly home. That would be cool.
Got to make that a trip. But
that would be dope.
Good times.
Good time.
Now we have to talk about we got to talk about a couple things. We got to talk about The Witcher.
Man.
Witcher, I'm a huge fan of The Witcher.
I have to watch the first season again, because
to really understand.
I forgot how much happened.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
In that first season.
I watched the first season 2 weeks ago again, and third time.
And you watch the first episode of the second season, and like they did a recap, and you're like, oh shit, yeah, I forgot about that. Oh yeah, I forgot, all these things happen, and you're like, oh man,
I could definitely watch it again.
Yeah. I forgot about all of this.
Oh man,
you haven't yawned all day.
I know, not once. It's only when I talk a lot, I guess. I'm guessing that's what it is. That and fucking Hawkeye. Hawkeye is a great fucking show. I'm like, this is gonna be horrible.
You know what?
I didn't give it a chance, but then I rewatched it all the way. I'm like, okay, I'll watch it, and then it got funnier and funnier and better and better.
Yes. There's a couple things I really liked about the way they did it. I like in the beginning, like a different view of the attack in New York, right?
Yeah,
it's from like the little girl,
dude.
The
it was
little
like 2012, I think.
Yeah, it was 2012, and they do a flashback of when the fight's going on in the city, but they show it from like the spectator's point of view. You know what I mean? Like the people that are just hanging out in their hotels or whatever, and all of a sudden, Iron Man's flying around blowing shit up, right? So that was super cool the way they did it. I really like the attitude that Hawkeye has.
I do too.
He's just like, listen,
I did my time.
I just want to fucking go home. Leave me alone. I just want to be done. You know what I mean? I don't want to be famous. I just want to be done.
Yeah.
And
he wants to be left in peace. He doesn't want to do this anymore.
Yes. And he's got that like kind of nonchalant when he's like in a fight or whatever. He's like, okay, whatever.
I like how like in these movies and the shows that we're watching, like even though they were the Avengers and they were superheroes, none of them made money. They're all living in like ragged ass like apartments. Not saying anything wrong, but I'm just saying like they're living in these like regular civilian lifestyles.
Mhm.
Just like Spider-Man. Spider-Man's like literally a regular, like shitty New York apartment that probably costs like $2,000 for one bedroom.
Yes.
So that's kind of cool. I do like that they show those kind of things, not like it's all fake and like, oh, this person is doing this, so they're rewarded with all these things, which they're not. They're not rewarded at all. They're just helping.
I've seen a lot of things online about like, cancel Tony Stark because he doesn't pay the Avengers. You know what I mean? Like all these different kind of Facebook things,
like funny memes and shit.
Yeah. And like some like real articles, like people are like trying to get him canceled because, of wage he wasn't paying them enough money and they weren't making a living wage
or making any money for that.
Right. Whatever the fuck they're talking about. So I read like 3 or 4 of those articles, man. I'm like, these people are out of their fucking minds, man.
Oh yeah, dude. They'll take it the distance.
Like, can you just enjoy the movie? Like, can you just shut the fuck up?
They can't leave it alone. They have to poke at it.
But I love Hawkeye, man. It's been really, really good.
I have to say, like, at first episode, I was really disappointed. Like I fell asleep actually through the first episode, and I'm like, you know what? I can't do that. I can't do that. After I talked to you about it, you're like, just
it was 20 minutes. It was a little bit slow, but it was the setup.
Yeah, and that's what it was.
And there was some of the setup that was unnecessary.
I'm not saying alcohol was the reason why I fell asleep, but it could have been. But I'm just saying, I was like, okay, that movie is not for me. Like, or the show. And so I'm like, all right, well, let me go ahead and try to watch it again. After you said it was like really fucking good, I'm like, all right, maybe I was just, not all there. So I did, and I gotta say, it's a great fucking show. It's way better than Falcon Winter Soldier.
Way better.
How they did it, and like I love how he's introducing like and showing certain techniques that he does to the girl in the show now.
Yes.
Which I wasn't sure, like I wasn't sure on how they were gonna do that. Like, oh, is she gonna be like the main character? Which really they both kind of are.
Yeah, I think she's going to kind of take over the mantle of the Hawkeye. Yeah,
it was cool how she set up and like, there's a couple questions that for the show overall, what's happening, but I think she will definitely take it over only because of like he's probably done with that. He's already done like 7 years.
Yeah.
Or whatever it is. So, and she's a good actor for it.
Yeah, she's really good.
I gotta say, the funniest episode to me, and I couldn't stop laughing, is when he wanted his fucking Ronin outfit back, and he had to sign up for LARP.
Yeah, he was doing LARP.
I couldn't stop laughing. I rewound it. I rewound it to rewatch it because of like you could see like it's all in slow motion, but he's like going like he's literally blocking everyone.
Yes, and he just and all the guy wants to do is just let him win.
Just
so we can give him his shit back. He's like, just let me win, dude, and you can have your shit back.
You got to make it look legit,
right?
Dude, that was
knowing that he could just destroy all of them at any given moment. You know what I mean?
But he wanted to give him his moment, and like how it went down, and like how he played with it as well. Yeah, I couldn't stop. Like I literally rewound it after that whole scene. I rewound it to watch it again, because I couldn't stop laughing at that.
That's funny, man.
And there's people that do like LARP everywhere, and like they're like serious about it. I know there's like a LARP area around this area, like where we live.
There's got to be
there. There is one.
There's got to be.
I know there is, and it would be cool to watch it and also see like how they do it. Not saying I would totally be down to do it. That's just me. Like I would totally be a LARP person to fucking do that kind of stuff. But saying, it was awesome to see that, and that they introduced it that way, and it was funny how how he died, as in the LARP.
Oh yeah.
Fucking cool though. That Ronin outfit is fucking awesome. It's another thing.
I don't know who has the watch. And I don't understand the deal with the watch.
Did you not watch the last episode?
Yeah. She had it in her pocket, but then
she grabbed it. It was the boss, the girl.
She got the watch?
Well, the one where she snuck in the apartment.
Yeah.
And she had to go find that, and Hawkeye was across the street.
She found it.
That's the last episode where it's Black Widow's sister.
Yes.
And so she's hired to kill Hawkeye.
So I don't know. Does Kate Bishop still have the watch? Because she had it in her pants pocket. You remember? You know what I mean?
I think she got the watch.
And they never really addressed it again.
What's the significance of that watch?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out, because Hawkeye was all fucking, Hawkeye was all serious about getting it back. But he said it would what did he say? He said something like it would something would come out if somebody found it, or
something has to happen with that. Yeah. It's Tony Stark.
There's only one episode left.
That's what I hate about Disney Plus.
Yes.
They make great fucking shows, but minus Falcon Winter Soldier. We'll get that one straight. But that, like, how can you go off of that? Just one more. Like,
I don't know.
Make it 15 episodes. Make it something where it's like, shit, man. Yeah. It's like you gave us 2 in the first week.
Yeah.
So now we only have 4 left.
But they got a bunch coming out though. They got the She-Hulk coming out.
I don't know how I like that. I'm definitely gonna watch it.
It's supposed to have the Hulk in it, Bruce Banner.
For some reason, like the She-Hulk, I want it to be the girl
Ruffalo.
that plays in Guardians of the Galaxy. What's her name? She's already green. Demore.
Yeah.
I could see her being the She-Hulk only because of that. It's like imprinted in my head if she's a green, and she would be a good She-Hulk because she's a good actress.
She just hulks out and turns
I could
into
see
the Hulk.
it. I could see it. I don't think that the She-Hulk's gonna be built like Hulk. I think that she'll just get strength.
Yeah. No, she won't be.
Kind of like them. Yeah. Other than that, dude, I'm really excited for the next. You said there's 1 episode left?
There's 1 episode left.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, the 22nd.
That's upsetting to think about.
Considering and that's the same day that The Matrix comes out.
Oh, dude, The Matrix. I
gotta watch part 3 before it comes out.
You should just watch it tonight.
I should.
I
should.
You know, if you don't have it, I have to give you my login for my Vudu, dude. There is so many fucking movies on there now of like the movies that we have both interest in.
Right.
But I have the whole trilogy on there, and I usually on like a random day off, I'll always binge watch The Matrix. So I'll have to watch them.
I like the first
gradually
Matrix
got worse.
That's what I think. That was my opinion.
Yeah.
I was talking to Jamie about it. He's like, "No, man, 3's awesome. They're all awesome." I'm like, "I get it.
No.
I get it. They're all good, but I'm just saying, in order of,
You're right. No, and everyone will say that. Number 1 fucking killed it. Number 2, they killed it, but
well, number 1 was something that people haven't seen before. Ever. You know what I mean? Like number 1 was so different of a movie that I think it's hard to beat.
And people now are considering like Metaverse as in the Matrix.
Yeah.
It's headed that way.
I don't understand all that shit.
I want to understand it. I understand it because I read some things about it, but it's like you can only go so far with it.
I understand. Yeah, I understand like I don't know. I don't understand it.
Well, now they're selling like way off subject, but NFTs, they're now selling like real estate, and like someone bought it for like $2.9 million.
Yeah, somebody paid like $2 million for land in the metaverse, and now you can like become a landlord and rent out land.
Yeah, and you rent out space,
and it's like 0.0000012 whatever.
There's also jobs now. Jobs that you can apply for and become a worker in the metaverse that you have to stay home on your Oculus all day. So it's like it's a good and bad thing because there is no exercise, there is no human to human contact. There is in a way with voice, but like there's jobs right now where you can be bodyguards for buildings, and you literally. But here's the thing, like you get paid for it, but you get paid for it through Ethereum.
Yeah.
So everything you make is through Ethereum, which is kind of a cool idea. But like, I'm sorry, but how transfers work and how you get it to your bank account, like it can't work if you have to pay your own actual house bill, not NFT or not fake mortgage.
Right.
So like, how would you actually make real money, as in good money? We're like, this payout this month, I don't have to work for the next year. I'm just going to do this. I'd be a person to be fucking down to work in the metaverse.
Yeah.
And to do it if the money was there, like in my account, not in a fake account that can get hacked.
Right. Bill Gates did a interview, and he was talking about in the future about
all like an interview that happened like 10 years ago.
No,
Or,
it's
okay.
recently, and he talked about like all meetings, like Zoom meetings and stuff like that, would all be done in
virtually,
virtual reality,
which is smart.
like we were talking about, like do setting up that you have your own what they call them, icons or whatever,
Yeah.
and like doing, but all meetings basically being that way, and people working from home, basically, you know what I mean,
Mm-hmm.
and through VR, all through virtual reality. So they're setting up, I think, to be like, there's going to be a lot of the future is going to be done virtually.
It is, and people are going to deny it, and they're not going to get on board with it. But if you're not on board with it, and you're not getting in early,
but I think you're going to have to. Like, I think they're going to make
it's
it
going to
where
be
you fucking
forced. Yeah,
and and it may be within our lifetime. You know what I mean? That like it starts. It may not be fully that way, but in our lifetime, it may be to the point to where, it's going that way, and then they are doing.
I think it eventually will. More jobs will be online, and the thing is that people don't understand that AI and of robots are taking over fucking jobs as we know it. Like, look at Walmart. It's it's almost all self-serve now. There's
they have like two cashiers.
McDonald's. In McDonald's, you go in, if you ever go in, I don't ever really eat McDonald's, but it's you order from a computer now. You don't order from someone.
Yeah, you order from a computer.
Like, just imagine when those fucking robots can flip burgers. Yeah. I'm sorry, you're gonna lose out. Like, people are gonna lose if they don't fucking get.
And that is what everybody's talking about. They're demanding $15 an hour for the minimum wage and this and that. I'm like, those jobs are gonna be gone. Like,
they won't be here. I'm guessing they won't be here in 10 years. I'm guessing.
Yeah, like those jobs are gonna be gone. No one's gonna, I don't know. No one's gonna do those jobs. They're gonna need like one person in the building. You know what I mean? To make sure everything
runs, manager that make sure a robot doesn't break down.
Yeah, to make sure that everything
because there's
maintained and everything
fucking up that way. It's all programmed. So like error and money loss is not gonna. It's gonna save companies.
Yeah,
but
it is take the human factor. You take the human error out of it. Yeah, And granted, there's some things that robots will never be. I think
it's smart. It's smart to learn this stuff, and I love talking about it because of like it's unknown where it's going to go, but it's known that it's going to be happening.
Yes. It's definitely going to happen.
Recently,
that's what this metaverse stuff's all about.
Yeah,
like they're really laying the groundwork for a future that involves a virtual future, basically.
Oh yeah, and like I've watched a lot of videos in the last I'd say month and a half, 2 months of like jobs that they're gonna need is like programmers.
Yes.
And I've been going on this site that's actually like it's a legit site, and it teaches you about coding. It's called Code Academy, where I'm learning Python and I'm learning Java, and you're literally learning how to code the right way and the right language to learn how to do it. And you can self-taught. People are self-taught usually, but if you learn that shit just with knowing coding and programming, I can go get any job right now for $150,000 a year.
Yeah,
that and dude, doing that, and like imagine working for the metaverse,
especially coding. Now, because they're setting all that up. Like they're developing all this stuff now.
Yeah,
who knows how far advanced they've actually got
exactly that we don't know,
ready to go. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Or working out the bugs or whatever. Like, who knows? But I think it's going to be it's going to be so VR is going to be so entwined with everything that we do.
People don't understand it. Like right now, everyone right now should go buy themselves an Oculus Quest for what's going to happen.
And a lot of it, I think a lot of it will be based on Oculus because Facebook is Mark Zuckerberg is. I think it will eventually. He's the one really, the pioneer of it.
I think what they're going to do eventually move, like Mark Zuckerberg's already gone to the glasses with computers. Like, have you seen those new glasses that he's come out with? They take pictures, upload. It's a computer off of you is what it is. And so imagine having AR, or it's called, it's AR, augmented reality, you only need those glasses to see everything now instead of an Oculus. So once that happens, it's fucking, you're in it and day to day.
Yeah.
Like you can see everything. Like, oh fuck. Like, yeah, dude, learning wise, everything is fucking, we got to get on board with that. Same with everyone else.
I just use it for poker right now, bro. Because
Poker? I mean, don't say it. I got mine right here, man.
A little poker, bro.
Right here.
Don't you fucking tempt me, bro. I'm ready to go right now.
That is a good time. That is a good time.
We gotta figure out how to stream that. That would be awesome to stream.
You can stream right from the Oculus, dude. You just hit the Oculus button and go down to live. Click it, go right to your Facebook. Yep.
Just go straight talking shit while we're playing poker.
Exactly. The best time. But
we'll be 4 minutes in. We'll be 4 minutes in, and they'll be like, "Yeah, we've shut you down."
Yep, I can see it. But there's so much going on coming up, and I mean,
I found a bunch of new conspiracy theory stuff, man. We gotta put some stuff together.
I would love to dig deep into one of those again.
I want to do a conspiracy theory show here pretty soon.
We have branched off into so many things that we still have a lot to talk about. I mean, well, Hawkeye, first off, dude. I mean, I got to say, that show, I'd give it a fucking 9 out of 10. It's a great show.
It's a great show. I was reading a thing about it. They were talking about wanting to, they did it at Christmas time because they wanted to make it a Christmas special. Like they want people to watch it every Christmas. You know what I mean? Like that was the goal, was to try to make it
for Hawkeye. Are you talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I could see that because
they wanted to make it like a Christmas,
smart dude. Because everyone's gonna be inside, cold. Well, except for the northern states and Midwest.
So
I can't wait to see what happens in the next episode because
that's so good, man.
For some reason, like we still need to see. I think she's gonna be brought in, even though Falcon Winter Soldier had. It's like the lady that played Elaine in Seinfeld. I forgot her name in the show. Falcon Winter Soldier. So if
I forgot her name too.
If whatchamacallit, Black Widow's sister is in it, that means that it's all in the same universe as in
what's his name is in it? Kingpin. They introduced him last week.
Could they not pick a better person for that? I'm sorry.
Yes.
That was the best pick they could have picked. I would. That's who I would want.
I think Kate Bishop's mother is like one of the bad guys in it.
Do you? Okay.
Like, I think the husband is actually just a puppet for Kate Bishop's mother. Like,
so
how they arrested him in the last episode. They arrested him for the business that is not a business or whatever.
Yeah.
And like he's like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I think she set it all up, and I think she is like pulling.
She's behind it all.
Yeah, I think she's behind it all.
I can definitely see that.
So that'll be cool to see how that plays out.
Because she plays off a person that could be very be a villain, but you would never know.
I wish they would do like a 2-hour special or something in the end, but I think it's only an hour. Like usual. At least it's an hour though. Like WandaVision was only like 30 minutes an episode, which I really liked. I really liked that part about WandaVision, that they were short, and I love the show. Like WandaVision still
fucking Disney show besides
Wanda still might be my favorite one. WandaVision still might be my favorite.
Cross between WandaVision and Loki, dude. Those two go hand in hand for me, man. Those are a tie.
Loki was really good too. Yeah,
Loki was probably my favorite out of the bunch, but I can't. When I think of certain moments in WandaVision,
Loki as a character, I like Loki a lot better as a character than I do necessarily Wanda. But that show was done so well.
Yeah, it was perfect. I can't wait to see like the next season of Loki. WandaVision, are they getting another season or no?
I don't think so.
I think it's just going to wrap into
I think right now,
Strange.
I think right now Loki is the only one that's getting a second season.
They
might do a Hawkeye. They might do the Hawkeye with the girl another season. That would be cool. Just
I could see it
without Hawkeye in it, without Jeremy Renner in it.
Yeah, saying he's completely done. Like
that would be cool to do like an ongoing series of Hawkeye on Disney Plus. That would be cool that. With Kate Bishop.
Yeah, I could see that. What else? Witcher. Witcher is me. I mean, huge fan of the video game. So if anyone hasn't played The Witcher, go ahead and.
I've never played the video game.
Oh, great fucking that
game.
Second
episode where his friend is turned into like the warthog or whatever.
Yeah, dude.
Man, that episode was so good, man.
And we're at the same pace right now. I haven't seen anything past that as well.
No,
so it's gonna be
I watched 2 episodes. I watched 2 episodes last night.
Yep.
And I don't know what time frame that show is set in. Obviously, it's an old time, whatever, like 1400s or 1500s, whatever it is.
Something like that. Yeah.
There's no guns or anything, but man, it's such a good show, dude.
Oh, yeah.
And
visually Fucking awesome.
Henry Cavill, what's his name? Cavill.
Yeah, Cavill.
He is so good in that show, man.
You couldn't have picked a better person for him.
No
joke. Like I always thought there was like a better person like before they announced who it was and how I didn't see how he looked yet. But because there's a guy that goes around to like the hospitals that dresses up as the Witcher and he looks identical to the Witcher.
Right.
But I mean, he kills it, dude. I can't wait. Like
I think the only other
he was prepared to do 7 seasons of this show, so we're gonna see him hopefully for the next 7 years.
If you think about like all the super, like go back to Marvel for a minute. If you think about all the superheroes, who do you think no one else could play? You know what I mean? Like I got a definite answer, but you know, you talk about Thor, you talk about Iron Man, Spider-Man.
Thor would be the only one I could think of for Thor. Hulk. I think they have the best choice they can for Hulk right now. He is my favorite.
I agree with I agree with that
to a point. I do like the first Hulk better.
A lot of people say that. Eric when that Ed Norton.
Yeah. But he got pretty much kicked.
You like his Hulk or you like his David Banner better?
Oh, it's tough. I gotta say I like his Hulk better, but I like the actor in the current Avengers better. I like him as a actor better.
I think I would agree with that.
Other than that, Spider-Man. The thing is, I really like Tom Holland, but I mean, I like the other ones better.
Really?
He's my favorite. I have nothing against Tom Holland, but Andrew Garfield fucking killed it, man.
He was a different Spider-Man. He was more of a he was a different Spider-Man.
I gotta say, for the time and for who they were facing, I gotta say they picked the best possible people.
I'll tell you what, the way I see it is Tom Holland is a good mix between Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield. They kind of mixes both of those together into one character because Andrew Garfield's kind of goofy and Tom Holland's kind of goofy.
Yeah.
But
Tobey Maguire is a little more serious now.
He was a little more serious. Yeah. Well, yeah, and this one he was definitely more serious, but
just I gotta say I think more
but I think to me the only character that they couldn't replace I think would be Tony Stark or Iron Man or Robert Downey Jr.
That is the only one that could never play another.
There's no one that could play. I don't think I can't picture one single person that would play that better.
Nope. You're right. There's no one that could play better. That it comes off of like a rude asshole, but everyone has to. They're forced to like him.
Yes.
And that's the way
I read an article that said that was like Iron Man was a bet or something between Stan Lee and whoever that they could make a character
that everyone wanted to hate, but they forced to like.
But they were forced to watch it.
And that's true. Man.
I read that. I read that article and it was and you're right. I mean that is the Tony Stark character.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good. When I was in Vegas, I was telling you about today. They have movie props and stuff in this toy store called the Toy Shack.
Yeah,
and they had the water bottles that they were giving out at the Stark Expo in Iron Man.
If I had extra cash, I probably would have had to buy one.
And it was like $350, dude.
Was it opened or was it closed?
No, it was open. I mean, it was just a water bottle. With like a certificate of authenticity or whatever. Like it was screen used. You could tell it was screen used because it was like
fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, and then they give you a certificate of authenticity saying that it was used in a movie or whatever.
Yeah,
I mean they probably had 1,000 of them, so who knows how many of them?
Yeah, exactly.
How much are left? But that thing, anything Marvel or like screen used shit, I want, dude. Like
same here, dude. Same here, dude. That's I gotta say though.
I wanted to call them and see if they still have it and they can just ship it to me because I was worried about flying with it and my bags were so full. I'm like,
I would have had to go to like a fucking post office or.
And then I thought about them shipping it to me and I'm like, I don't know. It was like kind of a hassle.
Yeah. Other than that, thoughts on the new Spider-Man?
My goodness.
I'm a huge fan on majority of the movie. Huge fan. I thought they did a really fucking good job at hiding everything. And if you ever saw those videos over like Reptile got his head turned, and that was actually another Spider-Man fucking kicking him. Yeah, they took him, they edited him out, so you didn't see that. So that was pretty cool that they actually did that. They hit it really well.
They did a pretty good job. The only thing I knew was going to happen was when MJ was falling, I knew Andrew Garfield would be the one to save her.
I didn't know that.
I knew they.
I knew it was another Spider-Man, but I didn't know.
I knew because that's how he lost Gwen. He couldn't get to her.
Yep, exactly. Yeah.
That's why when he caught her, he like started crying or whatever.
Yep. And I don't know if any. Yeah, I noticed that. Yep.
Yeah,
There's a couple things that. Well, it's on the top of my head. Okay, so Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, when he got into the building, and by the way, this is spoilers alert, everyone. If you haven't seen the movie, you don't listen any further. Well, we already gave half of it away, but Tobey Maguire says, I was looking for Tom Holland, like he was looking for him.
Yes.
How was he already looking for him if he was still in the other multiverse? And how did you know the lady so well? That was the one, the grandma in that.
Yeah,
he waved at her and he knew her personally. How did you catch that?
Yeah, that didn't make a whole lot of. I don't understand.
It didn't make any sense to me.
I didn't so much make that correlation, but I did make the correlation that he's like, oh, I was looking for him or whatever. So like he knew there was another Spider-Man.
And yeah, if you see, like, he waves at that lady like he knows the grandma, and like,
yeah.
So now I have to go back into the other fucking and watch the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man to see if there's any correlation with that.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't know that. I didn't put that together.
Because he acted like he knew her, and I'm like,
right.
And I'm like, wait, watching the second time, I'm like, there's no way. I'm like, how does he know that person?
I like when Andrew Garfield was crawling on the ceiling. She's like, can you get that spider web?
Yeah, dude. Thank you. It's fucking hilarious.
They had a really good banter between the three Spider-Men. That was really good.
Yeah. I wish we got more of it, but it was such a cool feeling if you go to Universal Studios when you see all the villains work together. That's exactly what I saw. I saw like the guy that manipulates water, but he was the guy manipulating sand.
Yeah.
You're talking about what's his name? Can't think of his name.
Sandman, Electrode.
It was Electrode, but they all work together. It's just like we would in Universal Studios see them fight. Like they're on top of the building right there, but it was, obviously
right.
But it was so cool to see that scene. It's like, oh shit, this
reminds me. I like what they did. I like what they did with Doc Ock. That was really cool.
Yeah, how they made him a good guy, like
how they fixed his suit.
Yeah, dude, and the nanotechnology. Yeah, that was fucking awesome.
That was cool,
dude. At first, I thought he was going to absorb that, and like he was going to be bad still.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
Yeah, dude, that was fucking awesome, and it was cool to see him come out to be a good person.
The only issue I think I have with the story and I think they had to do it this way to incorporate all three Spider-Man, but I feel like they've undone the other Spider-Man movies. You know what I mean?
All of them.
Everything they went through was for naught now because all the bad guys are still alive and maybe they're good now. I don't know,
unless they just go back and they're dead anyways.
Maybe, but they don't ever
you can't
say that. You know what I mean? Yeah, they don't ever tell you, the ending, like what happens when they go back. But like I feel like they undid everything. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh no, I know what you mean. They
Doc Ock's still alive, the Electro's still alive. Yeah, they're all still alive.
Green Goblin.
No,
he's alive now. Yeah.
He's alive.
He's not fucking poisoned anymore, which has schizophrenia. But
the way they killed off Aunt May.
At first, I thought when I first saw Tobey Maguire get stabbed, I'm like, damn, we just lost the best Spider-Man. You know what I mean? Like,
what? They didn't really do much with that. I thought they would make that a bigger deal.
Yeah, he's like, it was funny when he was like,
they didn't really do much with that.
Yeah. Like how he said it was fucking hurting. That shit made everyone
like you're hurting, right? Like, yeah.
I was surprised. Like I'm actually surprised seeing it today than when I saw it because of the first time I saw it the other day. When Andrew Garfield came and Tobey Maguire, dude, the entire movie theater was like, it was like a standing ovation, dude.
I love being in movies like that when that type of shit happens. It's like when we saw Endgame in the theater.
Oh my god, dude.
When the Avengers
when everyone came back,
it went fucking crazy.
I was surprised, dude. In this theater, no one fucking
clapped. No one.
And I was about to, and I was literally about to clap, and I wanted to be the one to be like, you know what, I'm starting this.
You're gonna do the slow. You're gonna do the slow clap.
Like so quick, and then everyone in the theater I was in, when I first saw it, every single person was yelling and clapping. I'm like, dude, this made the movie. Like, I think that's why I enjoyed it a little bit more, knowing that I had a crowd there that was really into it and like
It's
no
so
one saw
cool
it.
that it's so cool to have a crowd like that, man.
Oh yeah, dude. It pumped up the entire crowd. Like I was actually pretty happy about that.
But it's that opening night deal, you know what I mean? Like
that's what it is.
It's the opening night deal. They've already spoiled it online. You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah.
Everybody,
I stayed away from all social media just
so did I, dude.
to see this
so
movie.
Did I.
And I'm so happy I did.
For 2 days, I didn't go on Facebook or I didn't go on Instagram, I didn't go on anything. Just
because it'd be ruined, dude. Someone's out there to fucking do it.
Yes.
Motorola. But
it could be worse. It could be an iPhone and not even work.
No, it's all right. It's all right. Don't worry. Oh man, 98% has been charged in 7 days. Okay, okay, no worries. But I guess
probably because it's not doing anything, but like,
it's all right. I try to stay off the phone, receiving it. I gotta say though,
not by choice, because your shitty phone doesn't get any reception.
That's not true. Not true. Well, it's all right. I'll take the jabs. I gotta say though, the movie was fucking awesome. We got to think of it. It's a Spider-Man movie, not an Avengers movie. So if we look at it that way,
yeah, it was really good.
I like the fact that
I thought there'd be more Doctor Strange in it.
Me too, and he's my favorite out of everyone. I think
he is rapidly becoming my favorite.
Oh, my favorite hands down, dude.
I watched his movie. It took me forever to watch.
I remember this, dude. I'm like, you got to watch this movie, man.
Yeah, that was the only one that I hadn't seen, and I'm like, I remember I tried to watch it, and I just like the first 10 minutes, I'm like, there's just no way I can do this.
Yeah, it's so slow at first. Yeah,
I ended up turning it off or whatever. I never watched it, and finally, I just said, screw it, I got to watch this movie. So I watched it. And it turned out to be really good, but I even like him more now. You know, in the Avenger stuff, and and, you know, like in SpiderMan,
because
he's really good.
Things he has a purpose for that no one understands.
Yes,
as in what he's doing, he has to do. Like there's a reason and there's a meaning behind it, which is awesome. Yeah. I gotta say, my favorite part of Spider-Man movie, I think, is when Tom Holland for the Spider-Man had to help all the bad guys and give them a second chance. Because if you didn't see, it could have gone. It could have just gone.
Fucking yeah, you could just push the button and it would have been done.
I like that he tried changing them into better people, and
I have an issue with that. That's the only problem that I have an issue with it. You got to do it for the movie because I know that's the only way you get them all together. But I think there could have been another way to get them all together. Had like some.
I don't think there is.
I mean, I don't know.
I think it was to me. It was done perfectly on how they could have done it. The only thing I didn't like was the ending of the movie, as in, I like certain parts of the ending, but it was more music to it and slow scenes. That was like a half an hour of the movie. It seemed like a lot of, you know what I mean? Like, at that point, it's like, oh fuck, like I want to see all the Spider-Mans. I don't want to see, you know what I mean? There wasn't enough time with all the Spider-Mans. It was really cool to see them all work together when they all work together and we're planning it. It's just like, we get like 10, 20 minutes of scene with them. And that's it. It sucks. I mean, it's cool how they did it.
The fight scene was cool.
Awesome.
I like the way they did the fight scene in the end. Yeah, that was really cool.
The scenery is pretty cool. And like when Tom Holland looks up and he looks up on the Statue of Liberty and they're just two sitting there in the shadows. And you know that they're Spider-Man. So that was fucking cool to see.
Did you notice that the Statue of Liberty had a shield?
The shield?
Yeah, the Captain America shield on it?
Yep, I noticed that. Yeah.
I was like, that's interesting.
That's new.
Yeah, that was a little nod to Captain America. But that was pretty cool.
Overall, I mean, I'm not gonna say this movie is 10 out of 10. I'd give it like a 7.
I liked it. It was good.
It was a really good movie. Like, I gotta say, it was, I can't say it's my favorite Spider-Man. My favorite Spider-Man is the one when they introduced Electro. I do like how they added Electro to that look. You know how they had the stars around his eyes? At certain points when he got more energy absorbing it. So that was fucking cool to see. I like that.
They didn't really explain to him how he became like that Electro. You know what I mean? Like the other one was all nerdy and, you know, blue, like he was the blue guy all the time.
I think it's because it changed how he looked. We don't know how much time went by, but
he goes, 1 minute I was getting ready to, you know, like the ending, and then boom, I'm here.
The only thing I'm thinking, you're right on that. But yeah, he had a different look but he also was starting to have that different look at the end of the other,
maybe
the other Spider-Man. But at the same time, they were pretty quick on explaining things. Where they kind of dodged the bullets. But other than that, I gotta say the ending credits were awesome. I wish the ending credits was the same ending credits as Venom almost, just it took place in the hotel bar.
Okay, here's my problem. I think I got the Venom thing figured out.
Yeah.
Now, if you remember Spider-Man 3 with Tobey Maguire, how he had the symbiote on him, and how the reporter guy had a symbiote on him and stuff. They never actually make the direct correlation to Venom, but that is Venom. Like, that's how Venom is. So I wonder if that's the same symbiote that was in that, so he would know who Peter Parker was. Symbiote, whatever the fuck it is. Symbiote. But you know what?
Symbiote. The only thing I'm thinking is,
but that would make sense because now he knows who Peter Parker is.
Well, that
because he took over.
But there needs to be another symbiote like Venom, and it's called what's the new symbiote? What's the other symbiote's names? Do you know the one that's yellow with long hair?
Yes.
I forgot the name, but that is the symbiote that's gonna become that.
That is, what the hell is
it? It's like
they say it, and they say that Universal. They actually say the name on the God, what the hell is her name?
Symbiote names.
I don't remember what his name was, but
we got
that's how I.
It could be Riot, Scream, Lasher, and Phage. I'm guessing it's gonna be Scream.
Maybe.
Or Lasher.
I thought they said her name in the Spider-Man ride. Didn't they say his name?
I'm gonna have to pay attention next time we go to Universal. I'm gonna have to see, but you're right.
I thought they said the name, but either way, like, I think that's how, because Venom was in that sucked them into that multiverse. Yeah, and that's why he said, "Oh, I'm not ready to go yet." And when everybody else went back, he went back.
But he was also,
when he stood up from the bar.
He was in the universe he was in. It was Tom Holland's.
Yes,
he wasn't in Tobey Maguire's. You know what I mean? So there's a new one in Tom Holland's that's going to be.
No, what I think happened. Well, he went back to his whatever his multiverse was. He went back.
Yeah.
So he wouldn't have been Tom Holland's, because Tom Holland's where he was.
Yeah, but that symbiote that was left behind.
Yeah,
it's going to be another. It's going to be another one.
Right. But that's why Venom was at the bar, because it took him. It took him into that because he knew who Peter Parker was. So it was bringing everybody that knew who Peter Parker was, basically.
Yeah.
Trying to bring him into that multiverse. So that's how that.
Which Peter Parker? You Tobey Maguire's?
No, the Tom Holland's Peter Parker. So he came into that one.
It's gonna be interesting to see what they do with that. But talk about the fucking Doctor Strange. I didn't even know that was there, dude.
That ending, that final post-credit scene.
There is so many questions that are not going to be answered right away.
That movie is going to be so
I'm
cool.
telling you right now, Doctor Strange will be my favorite character, if not already is.
I think so. And so it shows there's two Doctor Strange. So there's probably another multiverse of Doctor Strange
where he got
multiverse.
In. Yep.
Because they said, like, you're the problem. Like, they basically said, like, you're the fucking problem here. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So they're trying to shut him out, basically.
Yeah.
They said it's supposed to be a darker movie than all the other ones. Than all the other.
It looked like it too. Like, the scenery was very dark, cloudy, ashy.
It was supposed to be a darker movie.
Yeah.
But man, that was gonna look good. And when he goes to Wanda and he gets Wanda, like, I guess she's somewhere and hiding with him. You know what I mean?
I can't wait, because if she is such a good actress for that. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't want someone else to play her. You know what I mean?
No,
she does it so fucking well.
Yeah. It has to be her.
I can't wait for that fucking shit.
That's gonna be dope.
It's gonna be nice, dude. There's a lot happening with those fucking movies, man. It shows. It's nice.
I want to see what they do with Morbius and how they tie Morbius, and
that's going to be such a good fucking show. I mean,
because Morbius is supposed to tie into Blade, I think, too.
Blade and
Spider-Man somehow.
Yeah.
So I don't know how they're going to do that, but it's going to be cool.
It's going to be badass. I can't wait. Morbius comes out January. It comes out in a couple of weeks. We're definitely going to see that in theater.
Yeah,
dude, that's hands down. Hopefully it's a Friday. I'll be really fucking happy about that. We got Matrix coming up on Wednesday. Not unsure if I want to go see it in the theater or just watch it on my fucking TV.
I feel like you got to see it in the theater, but
yeah,
I don't know.
I guess depends on what time I get out of work, because
I'm probably going to the theater because I know.
Because I get home, like I get off at it's like 7:30. It's like fucking already really late. Yeah. But I'll take the Saturday, Sunday, Monday, any day. Woo. All right. Don't worry about it.
You're there till 8:00 every other night. Gross.
Sucks, dude. Yeah. It's a lot. Especially when I get there at like 6. So not 5:30 anymore, like where I used to. But 6.
I don't know how you store opens at 8. He's there like 5:30 in the parking lot.
That's how it is. It's always been that way.
I don't get it. I don't get how you do it.
I've always been that way. I got to be 2 hours early or I'm late. How it's always been and always will be, no matter what job I have. I'm not joking. It's always been that way. No matter what job, I'll sit out in the parking lot. I'll do whatever I have to do, but I will be the first one there. Oh man.
Oh, this guy.
Good fucking times, dude. Good movies coming out. Fucking, we got the new. What's coming out on the same day as Matrix? It's a show. Oh no, it's the last episode of
Hawkeye.
Hawkeye.
The last Hawkeye. More Matrix.
Yeah.
I gotta finish up The Witcher.
Dude, man, there's a lot going on. I can't wait. The Witcher.
There's only 8 episodes of The Witcher, man. I need more episodes.
God damn it. I didn't even look to see how many there were. I just hit play. That sucks.
I know. There's 8 of them. I'm like, come on, man.
We'll have to span those out over each week only because I really want to absorb that show and fucking want to talk about that one.
I'm going to, before I watch another episode, I'm going to rewatch the first series. I think there's only 10 or 12.
At least watch the last like 5 episodes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm gonna probably watch another episode of that tonight, but I'm only gonna watch one a week. I'll try to watch one a week just so I don't ruin it for myself. And it'll already be, you know what I mean? That's a lot of time. So other than that, it's a good day. And we met a nerd girl at fucking the flea market, which was pretty fucking cool today.
Plays D&D, bro.
Dungeons and Dragons. This is a subject I want to get.
We have talked about this many times. I want to figure this out. I want to get into Dungeons and Dragons. She seems to know a lot, so
yeah.
I want to go back and pick her brain. We
need to, and
she goes to the same comic book. She goes to the same comic book store that we go to.
Yeah.
And when they play Dungeons and Dragons and stuff.
And that's a new booth that they have at the flea market. So it's pretty cool to see. Like they do have their Dungeons and Dragons set, and I'm gonna go back there and probably buy a set.
Yeah, they got the whole. They got
it's like a
beginner set or whatever.
Yeah.
I just never played it. Like we played Demio on VR, which is which is very similar. I think it is
extremely similar. Just like we're not saying the storyline is saying it for us.
Right.
But also Divinity. Divinity is the one I told her to check out. You need to play Divinity, man. That game, it is Dungeons and Dragons. That's what it is.
But I can't get in to where you guys are at now, right?
No, we'll just start over. It's a storyline. Like you follow the storyline.
Oh, okay.
I will hands down. Like right now, me and Luke.
How long is the story? But how long is the story?
Oh, dude, it could take hours. Like I'm talking about like 20, 50 hours. Like
really?
It depends on what you do and how you do it. Like it could take a short amount of time, but like me and Luke right now, we're only at the fort after the shipwreck, and that took us like half a day. Like to like as in just check out everything because we kind of go around check.
So what do I gotta do? Do I gotta download it on the computer?
Do it on the computer. It's way easy. It's super easy on the computer. It's just called Divinity 2. It's the second one, not the first one. I have both, but second one's better.
What you get it from Steam or what?
Yeah, Steam. Definitely it's Dungeons and Dragons. If you want to like see what it is, it's like what you'll do is like you'll go up to a character that's like an NPC, and you'll talk to them, and there's like a storyline off of them that you're gonna like interact with, and it no matter, there's so many possibilities that it's
and
gonna
then it's
change
all based on what your answer is.
Yeah, it's gonna change everything.
Okay.
So, and from there it's just how it goes, so how Dungeons and Dragons it is like, oh, this person.
So how do you play? How do you play with other people? Like, do you go and then like
I create
then...
one, and then you just go to like local rooms, and then you can click it, and it'll just say friends online. You click it.
No, I mean, like, when we're playing, like,
yeah,
do I pick a path and then you know?
No, we go together, but we can both listen to the same conversation. If I'm having it with someone, you can put your ear in and listen, and we can kind of decide on how we want to do it.
Oh, okay.
Like, oh, I wanted to murder this person,
right?
Or you know what I mean. You can like, or I'm gonna help this person out with their storyline to see if they give me information that's gonna benefit me in the long run.
Well, next time you get on, let me know.
Divinity is a great game, dude. I mean,
I'll download it.
It's a game where like every time I get on, I'll just get like a hot cup of tea, and it's like that setting where I'm gonna be here for a while, and it's like the decisions that I'm making are gonna affect everything. Awesome fucking game, dude. It's Demio. It's Demio. It's literally Demio, but really fucking good graphics.
I gotta get on this. Let me know next time you guys play. I'll get on with it.
Oh yeah, I'll play that. I'll play that anytime, dude. That game is a great game, and if you can get like 4 or 5 people in it at a time to play, you come across things that we just can't beat. You need more people, and you just need more turns, and it's turn based, just like Demio. It's like, okay, I'm gonna watch you go, and then I'm gonna watch the AI go, and then it's gonna be my turn. It's that style. It's player based, like in one turn at a time. But like I'll get like 3 turns in this one turn where I can do multiple hits, or I can do multiple attacks, or I can heal you, I can resurrect you. It's something I definitely want to get into in person. It's been aching. I've been aching to do it in person, even though I feel really awkward and like embarrassed that I don't know like what the next person knows. It's like, well,
and these guys that go to this comic book store, they've been doing it for a minute, bro. Like,
yeah, dude. They're like, well, you're the
I gotta see if they have a beginner night.
I think they would introduce it definitely to. Well, the thing is, there's also like people, and I've been like in the groups online. People have been doing D&D over Discord, and we're all just in a room. We all are taking place in the game. I just don't know how it works. So if we all have the same set, or there's the grand key, like the key master or the grand master, whatever they're called, calling all the shots and reading everything. That's the guy that's in charge of everything. So you just, I guess, take instructions from him, but like I need to see things visually and read them and see them. So I don't know how it would work. I mean, it's a good way to get into it, but like I've noticed like players that are like, they'll change their voices, like, I'm this player, you know what I mean? Like they'll if you're playing an old lady.
Well, that's what she was talking about. Like they do all the different voices.
Yeah, dude. And I'm totally down for that. But like I don't want to embarrass myself, but I also want to get into it. So it's like I need to do it. Like
we gotta check that out.
I swear to God, my neighbors are fucking D&D players. I know they are. Every week, like on a weekday,
you gotta just
7 cars there, and they're like people that look like us. Like, oh, they are playing D&D in there, and I'm not a part of it.
You're going into like a furry party.
I'm gonna have to ask them one time, dude. Yeah, exactly. Right?
No, like, we have
getting out of here.
No, we have orgies. What are you talking about?
D&D. Yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right on that. But it's. I do want to get into it where I want to be a part of that, where we can make that a fun fucking week, dude. Or every week to fucking meet up like once a week and fucking do it and stream it.
There's like 8 or 10 people there playing. Like when the last time we went there, like there was a bunch of people there playing,
and they get into it. Like, I want to know what makes them pissed off. Like, if I'm gonna piss that person off, like, what do I have to do? You know what I mean? Like, is there like those times like, why would you do that? Like, I had to sacrifice you, bro. Like, I want those.
I kill you, dog. What do you tell you?
I want the situations in my life. So I'm gonna have to do it.
In the end, they're all gonna hate you anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
We won't be asked back for a second week, I'm sure.
Nope. Or we'll be the life of the party because we have the I don't know, the personality to do those things. We just haven't done it.
I want to record it for a podcast, like the whole night.
Hands down.
Just record
well, I already know
session.
Taylor will do it. Luke will definitely play that fucking game. Luke will rope his kid into it as well.
Right.
You, me, that's 5 people right there.
Yes.
But we have to have people that have that mindset of, okay, this is going to be a fictional land where we have to play the parts, not be embarrassed to not play those parts.
Right.
So there's only select people that I would like, okay, I get to that person playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Right. Yeah, we gotta figure that out. That would be cool to do.
Yeah. And
I just gotta learn how to play it a little bit first for me.
A lot of YouTube videos. And just playing along and listening. I wish I can get into a Discord and listen to people play it.
Well, they have that podcast, and I've heard about it before.
Not another Dungeons and Dragons podcast.
She told us about it today, but I've heard it. I've heard about that before, actually. And I forget where I heard it from.
I listened to them on the way to the movies, and I gotta say, dude, I'm gonna listen to that podcast. I followed them on Spotify, so thank you for letting us know what that podcast was. Great podcast. I mean, it's like a mix. There's like, I don't know, 5 guys, 1 girl. They all play their parts. Like they do a good job of it, and the humor that they bring out of those situations, you can laugh at, because it's like, oh, that's fucking hilarious. Like how they would do it. It's a Dungeons and Dragons situation, not like every world situation. So it's kind of cool how they did that. I actually like it, and I'm gonna listen to more of them. Yeah, we're gonna have to find a group. We're gonna have to just insert ourselves into those groups and fucking just force it, like, or we're not gonna. Unless the thing is, I don't
trust me. This is happening.
It's gonna happen. Trust me.
Just relax and take it.
I don't want to start a group with us until we know the fundamentals about it.
Yes,
you know what I mean? Because then it won't be as fun. Like, okay, this is how we should do it.
Once we get the new studio set up, dude, I'll have room to do a whole Dungeons.
I will build a Dungeons and Dragons table, dude.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not joking. Like, I will.
I mean, we can get 5 or 6 people playing in the podcast studio.
Dude,
once it's done,
got a GoPro camera above it so people can watch what we're doing.
We'll just go live when we play, man.
Yeah, dude. The thing is, there's people that love
it'll be ridiculous.
We're gonna have to, like, I'm gonna have to get out of my comfort zone and go into one of those tables at the comic book store and just like, hey, I'm new, can I watch, or can I be a part of this? Like, dude. I just want to be like, yeah, you can be a part of it. You can be a tree. Just sit there, okay?
Perfect. I'll be a tree.
We'll do.
I'll be a tree. It's fine.
Yep.
Can we do a podcast while I'm being a tree? Because
exactly. And I feel like I would be attacked that way, but
yes,
I don't
absolutely
want to be attacked that way.
Right.
But it's gonna be. I
feel like you do.
I'm gonna have to look into YouTube. I'm gonna have to watch these videos and shit.
I feel like you want to be attacked.
You need to pick up Divinity.
I'm gonna pick it up
on Steam. Great game. We can just it's like literally clear your afternoon, your whole afternoon to play the game. Like this is what we're gonna do. And the cool thing is, like, you can be on your phone, you can be on that, like, during turns. Like, okay, I can take a break for a second. I'm gonna go grab a drink really quick because of everything standstill. It's only when you click it, it's your turn. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's not like but you want to like enjoy and know the storyline while you go and be a part of it. But me and Luke, I mean, we've only got like a day's worth in, and that's nothing. We haven't even itched the surface. But more people in it, it'd be way better.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Yeah. Next time you guys get on, let me know. I'll clear a day and.
Oh yeah, dude. You buy. I think it's like. It might be like if you get it on sale, you get it for like $10-20.
Yeah, whatever.
If not, it's like a $40 game.
Right. Cool. We gotta look into it.
Hell yeah, that was a great podcast. I miss podcasting. It's just we have to make it regular again.
Oh yeah.
It's upsetting.
Now our schedule is kind of cleared up a little bit more. So
all we have to do is like I get home at like 8. I get home at like 8:30 is like when I get home.
Yeah.
Weekends, actually no. We can make it Mondays, but that kind of throws off everything that it's always on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
Unless we just do it the week before, but I don't mind doing podcasts at 8:30. I'm fine with that. That doesn't bother me. I'll stay up to 12. But at least we'll figure it out.
You yawn and nap during the podcast anyway, so
you shut your mouth.
you get home at 8:00, take a nap till 9, and then we'll
exactly.
But when we get the studio set up, I'm gonna put a cot on the side of the room for you.
You have to.
So that
that
you can actually do it while laying down and taking a nap.
I just want a podcast.
while you're yawning.
Oh,
And
man.
it'll just be you yawning and taking a nap for an hour.
I'm not even tired. That's the thing. It's just, I guess it's just more. The more I talk, the more I just I need more air to my brain. That's what it is. Mm-hmm.
So you're asking an awful lot of your brain, bro.
I know. Good podcast though. I gotta say, we got a lot of movies, shows coming out. I mean, we got Morbius coming up in the next couple weeks, like 2 weeks, and then
I got some conspiracy idea stuff we need to talk about, and then
in between time
we'll get back into that.
Oh yeah, dude. Other than that, I mean, Metaverse, it's getting stronger. They're building, so we're just gonna have to hop on board with that. I'm gonna read more into it. I need to read some stuff about that. I do want to not only make NFTs because I have been on my on Procreate,
right?
But I want to find a way to buy fucking virtual land. I want us to just watch it go up. I don't care if
I forget the name of it, but I found a website that where you can do it. I just don't understand it. Like
it's not MetaMask, is it?
I don't know.
It's like a fox. If you'd remember it, if you'd remember it. I guess that's where you just convert things, I think.
But I know you got to have Ethereum, and then it's all based on that.
Yeah.
So you convert Ethereum into whatever you buy.
It's crazy they're using Ethereum.
Or you buy Ethereum, and that counts as your land. Or I don't know. I gotta figure it out. But
we're gonna figure it out because we need to have our Nerd Informer studio inside. And we're gonna have Jamie and Taylor work for us.
I want a Nerd Informer billboard in the metaverse. So when you're in the metaverse,
I'm telling
pops
you, man.
Up. You know what's gonna happen, dude.
Yeah,
you know it's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're gonna be advertising in it and everything else. Like,
oh yeah, dude.
That's my goal.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. But I can say we can end the podcast here. I mean, it's a great podcast in my opinion. I got a lot of talking points in. Spider-Man overall, good movie. For a Spider-Man movie, not an Avenger movie.
I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Witcher is only getting better and better. I can't wait to watch the next episode. I'm just debating if I should watch another one tonight or wait till next week.
It's hard not to watch it. That's the problem. Because once I watch one, I'm like, well, I might as well watch another one. And then it's midnight.
Oh, another one won't hurt. Just watch it. You know, everyone does it. Every single person does that. That's
how they get you.
Yep. But thank you everyone for stopping by our podcast. Appreciate it. We're gonna definitely get in more podcasts. Just we had a lot of vacations and job. I switched my jobs. Sorry, Ian. But other than that, I want to get them in weekly again. At least I try to get 1 or 2 in a week. Even if it's conspiracies or fucking aliens, man. Those are the best. Those are one of my favorite podcasts to do. I get so sucked into those and knowing the unknown is the best part.
Yes.
But other than that, everyone check out our Instagram, the Nerd Informer. You can also check us out on YouTube, which we do post these videos. So we're doing it. You hear us on our podcast, but we have a live video that we will post. Other than that, you guys have a great night.
Later.
I'll see you guys later.